Start that way. He doesn't do it in the middle of the demonstration.
He's a search and rescue dog that we got from the National Disaster Search Dog Foundation in November of 2008. His name is Jagger. He's about 4 years old, and he is a live find search and rescue dog. So he finds live scent. If he comes across somebody that's dead, he'll just go over the top of them and just keep on searching. He is he's not a cadaver dog, so you know that's one of those things that he'll never be able to go in and help find dead people. But that's not what we want anyway as first responders. You know, we want to go in and try to find as many live people as we can first. So,
does he alert by barking when you find him?
He has a toy that he loves to play with, and that's what drives him. That's what motivates him. Is his toy. He'll do anything in the world as long as he gets to play with that toy. So
you have about 20 of them or 50 of them because one of them gets torn up. And then you gotta have the
yeah, we just keep them on hand usually. I usually hide people in that blue barrel over there. He goes, "Look, that idiot! There ain't nobody in there." So then he's and so he may run to that first. But the reason that I laid him side by side with the guy that's underneath the tarp is I want him to go over and search, and hopefully he won't alert on the empty barrel. He'll alert on the live scent person. So I'll let him go here in a minute, and I'll tell him search, and you can see what he does. His tail comes straight up in the air, and he'll start barking. And if you're not used to it, it can be just a little bit scary and intimidating. But he is a big baby. Ready? Huh? Are you ready?
He shook his head. Oh yeah. He was ready. He shook his head, yeah.
How do you know where to go?
Because he closed the door.
But he's smelling right now. He's gonna. He says nobody else over there. He says no.
That's sugar. That's sugar.
He's gonna get you.
Oh yeah.
Did it work?
Yeah.
It's like you're here. I gotta save you.
He knows that toy.
I mean, we'll go in the station and we'll hide, and he won't even know where we're at. We'll take that toy and we'll go hide. He won't even know where we're at. He'll just let him loose, and he'll just go from door to door.
Really?
But when he knows you're in there, that's when he starts barking. That's what he does. He barks.
What you saw just a minute ago was, you know, he went over there to the blue barrel because a lot of times. Here. See it? Yeah. You know, like I said, we hide a lot of people in barrels, and you heard me say a minute ago that we go to Southwest 15th and MacArthur. There's some land over there that's owned by TJ Canada, and so there's a lot of crushed asphalt and concrete chunks and stuff. So we go over there and we hide people, usually either me or one of our other handlers. We hide them down in the rubble, and we cover us up with rocks and things like that, and we send the dogs on the pile, and they search all the rubble and the concrete, and we have like a pallet pile too, and we hide in there, and the dogs go and search and find. And what he did over there was he went where he normally finds people, but you notice he sniffed around and goes, "Look, that idiot, there ain't nobody in there." So then he went and found where the live scent was, and that's what we hope to do in like an emergency situation and things like that. So he's a really good dog. He's got one of the best noses on the team. He's kind of timid with his steps and stuff. He doesn't mind getting on things, like whenever you see him on this or even on the ladder, he'll fall, and one of the best things, he won't fall, but it'll look like it hurts because he'll land on his belly and things like that. He's trying to stretch and find a way for himself to climb. But the thing about it is that if you go over there and you baby him like you do a child or whatever, he'll learn to be dependent. And there's a lot of places that we go that me as a handler is not safe enough for me. I work at Midwest City Ambulance too on my day off, and a lot of times he'll go there with me. If I leave the fire station, he'll go straight there. He'll go there with me too. But I want him to be independent of me and go out away and find people without depending on me to come back and be right there beside him. So, I want him to love me, but yet again, I want to push him away. So it's sort of like my kids. Except I want to push him away. That is correct. Yeah. I can't think of a time that we would ever actually use one. Sometimes we do during training. We use it. I even have an e-collar, but I've never used it on him a whole lot because I really need it. But there's really not a time that we would ever use that for a lot because there's so much rebar and rocks and things like that for him to get caught on. So, and that's one of the main reasons too why we don't use any pads on his feet. Whenever they go on rubble, whenever we train, whenever we do it in real life, he's never going to have anything over his feet because those pads can also get caught on things and hooked, you know, right there in that cuff. But also, their feet are like fingers, and whenever they stretch out and they try to walk, and especially on stuff that's unstable, they need every little movement that they can get with their fingers so they can grab and hold on to. And with a pad, it's like you trying to sew with mittens on. So, you know, it's just kind of one of those things. But, you know, we train out here. I built all these props probably 2 or 3 hours a day. One day a week, all the guys get together, all 5 handlers, and we'll go out and we'll train out there at MacArthur and 15th Street. And we usually do 4 or 5 hours out there. So, you know, we try not to wear them out because the dogs actually, you know, they're like anybody else. If we train too much, they'll get bored.
Yeah, that's true.
And then they won't want to do it. It won't be fun. So, you know, we actually try to keep it in short spurts. You know, and a lot of times they get real tired, so we'll train for 15, 20 minutes, and then we'll quit for 20 minutes, and then we'll.
Informant reports toxic chemicals are stored in tanker. Use caution. 151, this is Rampart. Can you send me some EKG? 10-4, transmitting EKG. We're sending you a strip. Vitals to follow. Pulse is 160. The victim is in extreme pain, Rampart. The patient is in V-fib. Rampart, we have lost the victim's pulse. Beginning CPR. We're defibrillating victim, Rampart. Rampart, we've defibrillated victim. He's in sinus rhythm.